Let me show you my line inventory, folks. Sunline fluorocarbon. These are cigar fluorocarbons, more Sunline, Varivas, more cigar. This is YGK polyester, very good polyester. Varivas nylon. This is Daiwa polyester. Surprisingly, not that good of a polyester. Kosen Lumina Shine, very good polyester, but only with funny colors. FC Sniper, of all of the lines that I have ever tried in my whole life, the line that has impressed me the most with reliability is this guy here. And I didn't even buy it. The reason I found out was when Mike sent me the old Airity for testing, he had put this line on it, and several times I snagged, and my gosh, was it difficult to break off. I'm not used to, fishing 2.5 pound line and being so difficult to break off. So I asked him what line he had. That's what he told me. I found it and I bought it. Unfortunately, it's a fluorocarbon. It has a little stretch. It doesn't feel as nice as Varivas polyesters when you twitch. It's not even close. It's not a line for sensitivity regardless of what they say. But if you don't care about sensitivity, it's still better than nylon, obviously, but incredibly reliable line. I have several spools, 1, 2, 3, 4 spools. I use all of them for tying leaders. I have a bunch of my favorite nylon here. This is pretty much the only thing that I use on my floats right now. I bought all of this line with my own money, believe it or not, Varivas sent me a few spools to test. They're all gone. Usually one spool of some new line, they're all gone. All of this line I bought with my own money, folks, just like you. And I'm stocked well on Varivas polyester, obviously. I have about 30 spools of brand new line, and on top I have 5 or 6 that are half full, that are already open, and I have a bunch of big spools from eBay for, I use them just for backing line, so I don't have to fill with quality line. Shimano in particular needs backing line. Even 2000S spools are very deep. The Presso spools are not so deep. But I had a very interesting experience yesterday with this line over here. This is Toray Area Trout, Real Fighter. If you're wondering why the hole, this is my removal tool. This is how I remove line very quickly. I don't buy anything else. Comes off real fast. And I put it back on the spool. I'm not gonna throw this spool. I'm gonna use it as backing line because the line was strong and reliable, but I had very interesting experience. I'm gonna play some video in a minute. I don't know if the microphone picked it up, but when this line was going through the guides, it was making a very annoying rubbing noise. I wasn't sure if it was the reel, so on the water what I did, and I'll show you the video, I swapped these 2 reels. So if it was from the reel or something like the line roller, that would solve it, because it could be the line roller. That's a brand new reel. I checked with my nail, line roller was moving very free, but that doesn't mean it can move free and still make noise. But I put this reel on the same rod in the video that I'm gonna show you, and noise disappeared completely. Just whisper quiet, completely. My favorite polyester looks so good on these Presso rods and Presso reels, man. Yeah, this line, this rod and reel, this line and reel on the same rod that was making rubbing noise immediately disappeared. So I don't know, I never tried Toray line before. Maybe it was just a bad spool. If you hear rubbing noises, it is possible to be the line, and even expensive lines sometimes have this noise. It's a fish? Yeah, it's a fish. I cannot believe it anymore. I don't know even what I'm doing, where I am. I'm just drifting around and casting everything I have. Actually feels decent. But because it's so deep, who knows? Probably just a big white bass. Yeah, that's what it is. Man, really? All of this pool, just a white bass on a trout magnet. I could have caught those closer to the dam. No need to have a 15-minute. Man, he stopped my lure like a catfish, man. Now don't get me wrong, that's a nice white bass. That is a nice white bass. Not that many eggs in him. But come on. My gosh, my first bite in 10 minutes and I missed it. There's another one. Oh, finally. Come on, one black bass. One black bass, maybe? No? No? Pulling good. But white bass pull good. Yep, it is white bass. They're just chunky over here. They're just very, very chunky. Come here, buddy. My gosh, what a chunk. But where is the black bass? Look at this chunk, folks. Look at this chunk. This is a good white bass. Oh my gosh, folks. I thought that water looked dirty. Look here. I mean, this is 0 inches visibility. I'm still gonna scan it, but I think the only thing you can catch in this water is some big old ugly catfish. They actually like it. But I don't think you're gonna catch predator fish that needs ice. Yeah, finally. Yeah. Finally one little fishing, folks. Interesting. There is some noise. There is some noise here from the line. I don't know if it's from my Suare XR reel or this line is dirty or something, frayed, but I hear this scratching noise when the line is going through the guides. That is actually not a small white bass at all. Come on, come on. He ate it though. He ate the little boogaroo. Hey, what did I do now? Look, folks. Better white bass now, definitely, than in the winter I was catching here on this spot. I mean, some crazy babies. I mean, if they can't eat this little trout magnet, There we go. Another one. Yeah, there is something wrong with this line. There is something wrong with this line or my reel. I don't think it's my reel. There is something wrong with this line for sure. Yeah. Very interesting sound from this line. And I can't say I'm enjoying it. My God, that's a chunk. I can't say I'm enjoying it. That is a chunk, folks. These are 14 inches, folks. Let me bump just one. Just for you. Okay, these are not 14 inches. This is a 13 incher. I thought it was 14. Once they get a belly, you know how it goes. All right, folks. Put the other reel here. Orange polyester. But right now I'm not testing that. I'm just testing the noise. If the noise will go away if I put a different reel and line on the same rod. Just so we establish that there is nothing wrong with the rod. Well, I can immediately tell you after the first cast with exactly the same jig, exactly the same rod, that this line, the orange polyester, maybe it will break on the first fish, but this line casts like 50% easier. I don't know how many extra feet I got. I don't care about the extra feet, but it just came out of the rod like nothing. That's why I keep coming to this stupid orange polyester after all of the heartache it has done to me. I mean, it just goes out of the rod like nothing, folks. Like you have no line. It just, it's like catapulted. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. Don't get me wrong. My gosh, is it easy to cast. My gosh, is it easy to cast. I had leader this morning. Fish? Yes, it is fish. Listen to this. Completely silent. Completely silent. No noise. There is something wrong with that line over there. We just established that conclusively. Look. I'm reeling completely silently. And it just feels better. What do you want me to say? The other line is fluorocarbon. It's a little bit stretchy. This one feels crispier when you fight the fish. I mean, it feels crispier. Took a long time to land this white bass. But with the orange line, I'm really afraid. He is a dandy. I thought these are 14s. Turns out these are 13s. He ate it. That thing is gone. Look at this juicy white bass, folks. Them white bass is juicy. Today they're juicy. No, that's a fish this time. This time we got a fish spot lock. This time we got a fish, folks. Little fishing. Man, I think I can feel the stretch of the Invisex that I added. Just feet of Invisex. And the feeling is when I'm fighting the fish, not so sharp anymore. Of course, that's the purpose of a leader. A little shock absorption. I don't care for shock absorption too much. If it goes all the way in the throat while you're fighting the fish, the line is running on the lips of the fish. And these lips, okay, they don't have too big of a teeth, but they're creating abrasion on the line. The only way not to have abrasion is if you get a perfect hook set right in the lip and then only the jig head is running on the lips and the line is not getting abrasion. It's still getting abrasion from the body even in that case. But this is why I put, man, really this one doesn't have 14 inches. But that's why I put a 4-pound line just for the abrasion. Like when they eat it, I don't have to retie all the time. Really, this one doesn't have 14 inches, you're gonna tell me? What are you talking about? This one is 15. What are you talking about? What are you? This might be my biggest white bass. Look, touching. Look, judges, 15 inches right here. Barely touching. It's not barely, I got a couple millimeters. I haven't even stretched it perfectly. This is 15 inches safely. Still not my PB. My PB is 17 and a half. But that's a good catch. Let me tell you, on the extra ultralight with a 2.1 pound polyester, this is actually not the 2.3. This is the 2.1. For these extra ultralight rods, I decided to go even thinner.